Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This reading is going to be for the sign of Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is the July 2020 monthly. I'm going to kind of freestyle this reading. I'm going to start with the Psychic Tarot. I'm starting with Oracle guidance. This is something I've just felt called to do lately, so we're going to just go with it, see what happens here. Look at that. I see the number 1, love begins, and overcoming obstacles and challenges here in the reverse. Feels like this year, right? Your crown chakra is also coming up here in the reverse, so pay attention to that. Okay, you may be connecting with the color purple kind of as reflected here. Work with an amethyst crystal if you have one. You know, you can wear it, carry it, hold it during meditation if that's something that resonates with you. But seems like maybe you're a little bit disconnected from your intuition or having trouble sort of deciphering, you know, messages that you may be getting, perhaps even in your dream state. As I've probably mentioned before, if you dream, try to keep a dream journal so that you can remember your dreams and write them down when you wake up. Okay, I'm also seeing the heart chakra reflected, okay, also in the reverse here, okay? So I feel like these are chakras that you need to pay attention to. Heart chakra connect with the color green, okay? I also have a sort of heart chakra, I think healing meditation in the resources section of my website. So I always include the link down below if that's something that interests you. But yeah, there's something coming up here about recognizing some kind of truth, following some kind of truth. I'm also feeling like a decision-making energy, but again, it's requiring really tapping into your heart space and your crown chakra and your intuition, okay? Cappies, let's see, what are the messages coming up for Capricorn spirit? What are the messages for Capricorn? I also see that you're planning something, okay? Or perhaps you have just like a lot of different things going on, moves, maybe changes around work, etc. Okay, and you're needing to have patience with yourself as you make these plans, okay? As most of y'all likely know, we are in a period of Mercury retrograde right now, so not a good time to really initiate or start something new. There are some caveats there, but I don't really feel like going into that right now. That being said, right, so Mercury retrograde, great time to put plans in place, right, so that when we're out of the retrograde period, you are in a place where you can really move forward confidently and successfully, okay? And again, feeling some type of decision coming up here for y'all with this Choose Wisely card coming up here. So the 2 cards that fell out, wow, both in the reverse as well, okay? And we have major arcana energy coming up. The World card, and I believe the Fool, okay? So literally the beginning and the end, okay? The start of a new cycle, a new journey, a new karmic cycle especially is what I'm feeling here. The number is 021, and if you notice, Choose Wisely is 7, okay? I'm really resonating with, and look at that, heartache and loss, the number 3 is just under that, okay? And in fact, 3 times 7 is 21, right? I'm just gonna say, like, I'm kind of a numbers nerd, okay? And numerology has really been highlighted for me recently. So those numbers are resonating with you. Pay attention to that as well. Right now, you're being called to a place of contemplation and rest. Again, around this, you know, patiently planning whatever newness is coming in for you here. And we're going to go over that soon. But yeah, getting over this heartache and loss, perhaps that's playing into your decisions, okay? Needing to reflect on, you know, perhaps particularly painful periods in your past, okay, or just painful feelings and emotions that may be coming up, not judging yourself for those things, but, you know, sort of reckoning with them and then figuring out how you're gonna, how you want to move forward and how you're going to do that, right, with the planning energy that's coming in. So I'm gonna read from the guidebook for these 2 major arcanas that have come out for y'all here. Again, the Fool and the World card, right? So really powerful energy. Again, there's something here about taking some type of action, but not just yet, I'm not feeling, okay? For some of you, it may be, you know, relatively sooner, but for most of you, I'm feeling like it comes more towards after the Mercury retrograde period, end of the month, perhaps even beginning of August, or it could even be a little bit later than that for some of you, okay? So with the 0 here, it says, each and every journey begins with the all-important first step. When this card presents itself in your reading, it's confirming that it's time for you to take a brave leap of faith, but be prepared as you do, right? And I'm being called back to that patiently planning energy. So it says this card represents that a great new adventure is awaiting you. It usually shows up when there's a significant inner change happening within you. By selecting this card, it's a sign that those important choices are needed and are about to be made and should be carefully pondered as you proceed with wisdom, thought, and care. Remember, I'm just gonna slide that over, choose wisely coming up, right? Lots of energy around decisions and choices for you Capricorns. Life is constantly trying to nudge and move you forward. At times it can be daunting when you're faced with a new adventure or direction. Therefore, it calls for inner belief and courage as you take that leap of faith and step into the unknown. During this time, don't be alarmed if you feel lost or even confused. So many people are right now, right? Most people are afraid of change and play it safe by staying where they are. Know that through inner guidance, wisdom, and a belief in yourself, and by tapping into these tools, you'll be propelled forward on a positive, life-changing path. Don't conform to what society or other individuals expect of you at this time. It is your own adventure. During this time, be like an innocent child with fresh eyes and give yourself permission to live, play, love, and above all, laugh. I love that last sentiment, right? Really tapping into childlike wonderment energy. And I'm also feeling this energy of creativity for you Capricorns, which is definitely something we've picked up on for you in past readings. And again, the archetype for this card is the Fool card, right? And the Fool starts the journey. It also talks about really packing light, right? Notice that she has a small bag, she has her walking stick, and that's it. She's setting out into the world. She doesn't carry all this extra, baggage, be it literal or metaphorical, right? And then 21, the Universe, which again is the World card. And it's, again, this is the first card, okay, of the major arcanas in the Psychic Tarot deck, and this is the last one. So there's definitely an emphasis here, again, for y'all Capricorns on this starting a new chapter, starting a new cycle, right? Which necessarily means we're ending an old one. But it also means too, right, like each new chapter and cycle has a beginning, middle, and an end, right? What exactly that's going to look like, we don't know yet at the start of the journey. But this is saying that, this will be a long-term thing that will also have some type of conclusion or resolution at whatever point in the future. So it says you've come far on your journey, and notice again this emphasis on the journey, right? Really, right before I sat down to start the reading, I was sort of reflecting and meditating upon this idea of just really maintaining this presentness and awareness in each and every moment, okay? And that to me is like what the journey, right? Speaking broadly or speaking metaphorically or even literally is really all about. So again, you've come far on your journey and it's time to be rewarded for your efforts. This card symbolizes completion, triumph, peace, liberation, and fulfillment. Everything you've strived for is within your reach. Meet it halfway and grab it. The Universe is the last of the major arcana cards and reflects the work that you've accomplished on your travels, but more importantly, it represents the wisdom that you've gained along the way. You should now honor and acknowledge the truly wonderful soul that you are and accept the vital part that you play in the bigger scheme of life. The world is yours to command and you're free to travel in whatever direction your heart desires. You are connected to everything in the cosmos. The Universe card is a reminder that the same energy making up the stars in the sky, the same energy that's coursing through the universe, is in each and every individual. In ancient times, many believed that each star was the soul of one person. They also believed that these souls shine so brightly to guide others through the darkness, as so too can your wise soul. And again, it's the World card. And as I was just reading that last part about souls and guiding, I'm getting this really sort of as we were talking about in the beginning of the reading, again, that connecting with your intuition, but it literally feels like there are ancestors and angels and guides surrounding you and trying to guide you and give you the answers that you're looking for, which is why you're being called, right, with that rest and rejuvenation card, which came up here, to go within, okay? And really, again, putting down, right, this Three of Swords, right, energy, this heartache and loss energy in the reverse, that's putting down the baggage of the past there. Love it. Okay, let's get your numerology guidance. I actually, as I've been working through this reading, I'm like, I think I might do just strictly oracle readings for this month. So I like to keep these general readings pretty short. If you want a longer reading, something more in depth, more personalized, you can always book one. But I like to keep these general ones just short, and I'm really just feeling connected with oracle guidance. Okay, so again, having patience here is coming up for y'all, the number 2, and then the number 87, synchronicities, okay? Paying attention to synchronicities, which again, for me, is calling back to that tapping into your intuition and your crown chakra. Also having compassion here, I feel like that's related to perhaps that Three of Swords, that heartache and loss in the reverse, right? Whether it's you who hurt someone or someone who hurt you or whatever the case may be, it's really finding forgiveness for others as well as for ourselves, right? And then you have spiritual partnership coming in here. Could be, you know, related to, we did see new love at the beginning, or love begins. So could be any type of soulmate relationship, romantic or otherwise, platonic, right? Family member. But I'm seeing that as well. It could even be like around work or a business partner, okay? Self-discipline is coming up here for you, which feels just really in tune with Capricornian energy, period, right? Okay, parenting is flying up here in the reverse, so that may be coming in for some of you, okay, either becoming parents or working on healing perhaps relationships with your own parents. There's patience falling out again, okay, so notice that recurring message as well. I feel like we have one more card in here for y'all. Yeah, okay. And new beginnings, there it is. Okay, so parenting is falling up here in the reverse. I think I want to focus on that because we've talked about patience and we've talked about new beginnings literally coming out here twice. So the message is doubly emphasized, okay? And I really like this for y'all because you are literally the first reading that I'm doing. I do them based on number of views. So you have the most number of views from the last time. And, you know, I'm really aiming to get these readings out by July 1st. Today's the last day of June, right? Today's the end. Tomorrow's the beginning. And you guys will have this for then. So I hope this reading message resonates with, you know, you guys who are watching, because it feels really positive, really good. And I'm actually literally, okay, as I'm just looking at these cards, I'm literally seeing a series of progressions of other chakras, okay? Your root chakra, your base, your grounding, okay? Which is sometimes where we store trauma, okay? Why there might be some sort of inner childhood, you know, trauma, however, you know, loosely defined. You know, because even like abandonment or not being, not feeling heard can be sort of traumatic as a child, right? It's not like physical abuse or, you know, not that you, whatever, I'm like going on a tangent here, but hopefully those of you who are resonating with this are understanding what I'm trying to say. At any rate, yeah, your root chakra, your sacral to your solar plexus, which is literally a progression of the chakras as you work your way up from your base or your root chakra, right? Your sacral chakra, which is very much so tied to your inner child and any healing that might be going on around their childhood experiences. Again, issues of, you know, feeling secure and safe and being able to build trusting and meaningful relationships, right, that last. And then the sacral chakra, which for me is our, you know, the seat and source of our creativity, is how I like to think about it. And I'm also just, again, like if it's not, you know, literal creation here in terms of parenting, like some of you actually becoming parents, you know, it's, you know, maybe birthing or creating something new metaphorically here, okay, possibly a business, just even a new life, okay? So again, we're gonna look at that number 63, parenting, especially since it's coming up in the reverse here, because I feel like that's something that y'all need to focus on in terms of the chakra work as well as your healing work, and as you go into this new cycle, particularly if parenting is involved in that, okay? So it says, this card indicates that you have a natural gift for parenting and working with children. Perhaps you have a child or children of your own, or maybe there are children within your extended family or circle of friends. Maybe you play the parental role within your relationships with others who tend to behave like children. Whatever the case may be, your ability to teach, nurture, and guide the next generation raises the vibration of the world. Every ounce of time, attention, love, and support you invest in a child pays dividends down the road. This is a time to honor and embrace the significant role you play in the life of a child, whether it is your own or that of a partner, neighbor, relative, client, or friend. Don't underestimate the importance of your unconditional love and guidance, because even a small gesture can have a massive impact in a child's life. And the affirmation here says, I love and nurture children and make the world a brighter place. Again, I'm not going to read for the other cards. I love affirmations and I find them super helpful. So I do want to read those in case, you know, again, this reading is resonating with any of you. You want to write them down, repeat them. So for the number 1 here, new beginnings, which again is coming up here twice in this reading with the 0 and the 1, the Fool card, and then the number 1 in the Numerology deck. I embrace new beginnings and make my dreams come true. And again, I'm getting something about dreams, okay? So quite possibly some of y'all are having maybe sort of, you know, visions or sort of prophetic dreams, or again, you're getting some type of message or download in your dream. So do dream journal, okay, if you remember your dreams. And for the number 2, patience, again, self-explanatory, the message overall, the affirmation here being, I patiently trust and surrender the outcome to the divine. Wow. I just feel called to sort of just tell y'all blessings, like just blessings. That's the energy that I'm feeling. Again, getting into a state of quietude and contemplation so that you can make the right choices for you. And then the rest is kind of history. It looks really beautiful here, Capricorn. So I'm gonna close your reading down there. If you resonated with this video, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, again, there's plenty of options on my website, much longer readings as well. Usually, most readings are at a minimum 30 minutes, but depends on what you book. What else? You can also subscribe to my newsletter for free. I also co-host a podcast. We're on a little bit of a hiatus right now, but the links are down below. It's called the Self-Care Kickback, if that's something that interests you. And thank you so much for watching, Capricorns. I hope to see y'all in the next reading. Bye.